Hello, and welcome to Lesson 1.0, where we will be going over the major parts of the human abdomen and pelvis. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to distinguish all parts of the human abdomen and pelvis on a CT scan. More specifically, you will be able to name organs and vessels such as the heart, liver, large bowel or colon, small bowel, spleen, pancreas, stomach, gallbladder, appendix, aorta, IVC, adrenals, kidneys, bladder, and uterus. It is also important to know how a CT scan is read. So we will be looking at an example. The first thing we will be going into is the process of getting into a CT scanner as a patient. So this is called a computed tomography scan or a CT scan. The CT scanner basically takes images of the person lying inside it using a revolving X-ray tube. These photos are then processed on a computer to create cross-section images or virtual slices of the body, which is what we will be looking at. So this is our first example, our first CT scan example. We are looking as if the patient went into the scanner head first with their feet facing us, which is why this is the right side and this is the left side. This is how all CT scans are conventionally read, meaning that the right side is always here and the left side is always here. These are the axial images, which are horizontal images as if the patient is sliced like a cake from the head to the feet. In this example, we will be looking at slices of the lung bases down to the hips. In advance, I would like to let you all know that none of these organs are actually black, white, or gray. The images just get processed that way on a CT scan. So that's how we read them. Now let's get into it. As you can see, here's the heart. Surrounding the heart on both sides are the lungs. This is the right lung and the left lung. There are different ways to look at the lungs themselves, but that will be another topic. Right now in this example, the lungs are black. As you can probably tell, there are white blood vessels inside of the lungs. Contrast or dye is injected into the body to make vessels white. This is why we see these little blood vessels inside the lungs as white dots. This is also why the heart is white. The biggest artery of the body is the aorta, which appears right here and looks like a big white circle. So as we keep on scrolling down, we come across the liver, which is the big wedge right here. And then we also see the spleen, which appears right here. This is the stomach and aorta, also backbone. And then we also come across the pancreas, which is this little wedge right here, and the gallbladder. There are two glands, and they're called the adrenals. Then we also have the IVC, which is this dot right here. And it's here. You can call it the IVC, but it's actually called the inferior vena cava, which is the largest vein in the body. As we also scroll, we see two kidneys, the right and the left, and they look like little beans. And then this is the large bowel, which you can think of as a picture frame, and the small bowel, which is the picture inside. So that's how I think of it. So as we keep on scrolling, we come across this little sausage-looking organ, which is called the appendix. And we will be talking about this next lesson, so stay in tune. Then we will keep on scrolling. And then we see, keep on scrolling. This is the bladder. It's like a big oval, and it contains urine. This patient has a full bladder, meaning that they are ready to urinate. Once they go to the restroom, their bladder will deflate like a balloon, and behind the bladder is the uterus, meaning that this person is genetically a female. So we can tell that that's really cool. Now we will go through these organs one more time just to remember everything. So this is the heart. These two are the lungs and little blood vessels. This is the liver, okay? And then we have the spleen, the stomach. Remember, this is the right side and this is the left side. The aorta, the pancreas, the gallbladder, the two adrenals, okay? Two adrenals. These V-shaped things. Two adrenals, okay? IVC. And then we have the kidneys coming up. Large bowel or colon, small bowel. And then we also have the, okay, we're going to keep on scrolling. And then we come across the appendix, this little sausage. And then, well, it's not actually a sausage, but that's how it looks to me. And we come across the bladder and the uterus. So that is our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed. We will be going more in depth about the functions of all these organs in the coming lessons. Thank you for watching.